Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Letsvette. In this segment, we're going to be doing number 2 of Build It with Brandon. As always, I'm Brandon. We're here at C8 Corvette in Atlantic City. Tons of beautiful Corvettes to choose from. But before we get into it today, I want to say thank you so much to all the subscribers, the commenters, the likers, the sharers, all that. I am so close to the very coveted 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't done so yet, please click that subscribe button. Helps me keep making videos like this and bringing you content. Now, with that being said, I am incredibly excited today because we are going to be going over the most aesthetically loaded Stingray that I have ever built. And what's even more fun about it is it was purchased here. It wasn't even built custom from the factory. So it's going to be a great showcase of what we can do in terms of before and after in customizing your Corvette here at C8. So huge shout out, first of all, to Gonzalo for building this with me. This has been a project. It's been a month-long endeavor in getting it from A to Z, and it's been a blast the whole way. So, Gonzalo, thank you so much for working with me and for, giving me such a great project car to accomplish this with. Now, with that being said, Gonzalo called me up, and he was looking for a ceramic matrix coupe. Ceramic Matrix Gray is a color that had been discontinued for 2025. It's one of my favorite colors, and I just so happen to have one left on the lot when he called me. We're going to layer in some before footage to show you what it looked like before, but it is a 2LT coupe, ceramic matrix gray with a two-tone adrenaline red interior, tons of options on it, but he came in, said, I want that one, what can you do to it? And I'm going to be going over all the options that we did. Not only did he have our team apply PPF, that's paint protective film for those of you who don't know, ceramic coating and window tinting, but we also swapped out the wheels, we swapped out the spoiler, we added so much carbon fiber, we put an engine cover on it, we put racing stripes on it, and I'm really excited even as even as we're filming now, I'm excited myself to see the total before and after footage because this car has just been completely transformed. So with that being said, let's get into it. This right here is the final product. This is Gonzalo's 2LT Coupe Stingray. One thing that I want to note, one of the things that I love about this color is it's not white. It looks white when you see it at first, but when you see it next to a white car, you see that it not only has a gray hue, but I'm really glad we're getting blessed with that morning sunlight. You can see a little bit of the metallic in it as the sunlight hits it, so it really comes alive. I'm really sad that GM discontinued the color, but it has been a run since, I think, 2017, so I get that they need to cycle it out. However, thought it was very poetic that we got the last ceramic matrix gray Stingray to do such a great project car on. So you'll see in the before footage, no stripe. My team added this dual racing stripe edged in red with carbon flash base. In addition to that, swapped out the wheels from before, the carbon flash painted 5 spokes, to what is my favorite wheel, the midnight gray 20 spoke with the red stripe. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, of all the colors that Corvette has done for the C8, I really think that the ceramic matrix works so well with both adrenaline red interior and bright red accents on the exterior. I think this is perfectly balanced. So let's get into the carbon fiber a little bit. My favorite one that I really want to talk about, and again, thank you to Gonzalo, because I've been here 15 months now. I've done about 270 Corvette sales, and this is the first one that I have done with the 2-stanchion carbon fiber spoiler. So this was actually a big ad because we had to put, it lined up with the middle holes. This is, it's not for the faint of heart. It is a fairly pricey option, which is probably why you don't see it all that often, but it does not have the same posts that the existing spoiler did. It originally had a TBS low profile spoiler on here. We removed that. Now the TBS low profile, the Z51, and the high wing all have the same bolt pattern. This is different. So what we did here is we got plugs, and they were custom painted so that it hides the old holes. I think that lined up really well. But this is so far I think my favorite spoiler that I've seen. It's very similar to the new Z51 spoiler for 2025. However, there's no posts on the side here. It does have that 3D element to it. I love that instead of one full even slope, it's got this dip in it to give it a little bit more character. But this is just a gorgeous spoiler, especially with that sunlight hitting all that carbon fiber, really making it come alive right there. In addition to that, we have just about every other piece of carbon fiber you could imagine on here. We have the air intake scoops, and then the ground effects as well. And I love when you zoom out and you see this whole car, I love how balanced it is, not only with the spoiler, but I think doing the ground effects with the side skirts, capturing that carbon fiber right there, I think that was a really good move to balance things out and make the car really proportionate. In addition to that, we've got carbon fiber mirror caps. In addition to that, we've got the front splitter as part of the ground effects, but we also have these carbon fiber grille splitters right here. We went with the grille screens to protect those front radiators. All of the carbon fiber. It's not very often that I have a chance to throw this much carbon fiber on a car, but between that and the red accents, I think it works perfectly. In addition to that, like I said, we've got the bright red brake calipers, and then my favorite wheel with that red stripe on it. I think it just draws out the adrenaline red interior, which even that is balanced because we have the two-tone seat inserts. If I personally were to buy a Corvette, this would be in my top 2 or 3 build choices. I absolutely love how this came out, and then we'll get some shots of it as well, but we also threw an edge red engine cover on there too, just to further make it proportional. All in all, I am thrilled with this build and how it came out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I get that gray, red, carbon fiber is not necessarily everybody's flavor, but man, this is easily one of my favorite builds that I not only have ever done, but probably will do. I'm just over the moon on this in terms of how it came out. Can't wait to see the actual before and after footage on my end, but all in all, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this too much carbon fiber? Is it not enough carbon fiber? Do you miss the color? Do you hope GM brings it back? What do you think about the wheels? I would love to talk about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll talk more about it. Hey guys, I'm Brandon and welcome back to Letsvette. As always, we are here at C8 Corvette in Atlantic City. Plenty of beautiful Corvettes on the showroom floor as well as on the lot, and we are in for another segment of Build It with Brandon today. I want to thank you guys for tuning into my first one. Huge success, lots of views, lots of comments. Thank you guys so much for reaching out, watching, interacting. Today we have something a little bit different for you. I've got this Hysteria Purple that I built for a young man named Ethan. So Ethan, shout out, thank you for working with me, very much appreciated. This one is interesting for quite a few different reasons. Not only is it my first custom build Hysteria Purple that I've done, but now that I see the final product, I can safely kind of exhale and say, when I built this with Ethan, I was incredibly worried that this would look terrible. I didn't know for sure because I hadn't seen it yet, but after seeing it in person, not only did I love it, but I've gotten so many compliments from customers walking through the showroom, from my coworkers who've been looking for fun builds. I cannot believe how good this Hysteria Purple came out with adrenaline red interior, and there's a few reasons I think it works well. First off, this is going to be a 2LT convertible with the standard GT1 seats and adrenaline red interior. The reason that I think this works really well is not just the color combination of Hysteria Purple with red interior, but again, I always believe the devil's in the details. It's the little things that jump out and matter. And I'm really in love with this midnight gray 20-spoke wheel with the red stripe. It's been my favorite wheel since I started here. However, it's just enough red on the exterior to draw out the interior, especially with the top down. So I think it ended up being a beautiful choice. Wish the sun would pop out a little bit more so we could see some of the metallic in the paint, but either way, gorgeous, gorgeous build. One of the other things about this is it looks fancy, it looks sharp, it's gonna catch the eye, but there are actually very few options on this, and this is just a great example of how sometimes less is more. I think the only options on the build sheet from the factory were the Midnight Gray 20-spoke wheels, as well as the performance exhaust that it comes equipped with. But in addition to that, Ethan chose to have a couple dealership options installed, including the high wing spoiler painted in carbon flash. Not only is this balanced because it's going to match the carbon flash accents on the air intake scoop, the rear vents, and the grille splitters, but in addition to that, it's got the standard body color roof. We didn't go with carbon flash painted roof in the cells. And I was kind of in the air about it. I wanted to see it in person. I think Hysteria Purple is going to be one of those colors that does incredibly well with not only body color roof and the cells, but potentially even body color accents. Came out really, really well. The only other thing we added here was the rocker panels in black on the bottom, just to protect the bottom there on the paint a little bit, and also to tie in some of the black accents. Overall, really, really good build, really easy build. And this is just one of those areas where I know a lot of the builds that I'm highlighting, both now and in the future, will probably be fully loaded with every piece of carbon fiber and whatnot that you can find. Great, fun option. I love doing it. But at the same time, sometimes less is more. You don't need a ton. So really, really happy with how this came out. Not only, like I said, my first purple car that I've built, but what a fun combination that you're not going to see every day with purple on red. Verdict was out, and now I think as a dealership, me and my colleagues are pretty much in unison. Great combination. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Let me know what you would add, what you would change, if you would take it how it is, what you want to do in the future. But either way, Ethan, thank you so much for building with me. You've been a pleasure to work with, and thanks for giving me a chance to build this with you. Hey guys, thank you once again for tuning into Letsvette and watching another episode of Build It with Brandon. As always, my favorite part of the job is custom building the cars. So if you're thinking about buying a Corvette and you would either like to build it or check out one of the ones that we have on our lot and customize it here with dealer installed accessories, PPF, ceramic coating, tint, etc., please feel free to reach out to me directly. My email is bnewberger@siokaauto.com, or the best way to get in contact with me is always my cell phone. Call or text me at 856-534-4006. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.